Stop landing the way everyone expects. Make sure to like and comment for more talk show coverage. Whoopi Goldberg smiles into the camera as the applause settles. Alright, welcome back. Our next guest is one of Hollywood's most recognizable faces. You know him from Deadpool, Free Guy, and about 100 other projects where he somehow manages to talk faster than everyone else. The audience laughs lightly. Please welcome Ryan Reynolds. Ryan walks out waving casually, doing a small half bow toward the audience. He shakes hands with Whoopi, exchanges a quick hug, then sits down, crossing his legs comfortably. This is very exciting, he says, grinning. I've watched the show from hotel rooms at unhealthy hours. Joy Behar immediately leans forward. Oh, good. So, you already know how this goes. Ryan glances at her. I do. I brought emotional armor. Audience chuckles. Whoopi raises an eyebrow but smiles. All right, Ryan. You've got a new project coming out. Another film, another business, another. What do you not do at this point? Ryan shrugs. I nap sometimes. Not well, but I try. Sunny host laughs. Sarah Haynes nods. Joy doesn't laugh. She looks him over. You're very busy. Yes. Movies, companies, social media jokes every 5 minutes. Do you ever take anything seriously? Ryan tilts his head. Oh, absolutely. Taxes, parenting, dental appointments. Very serious stuff. A few audience members laugh louder. Joy exhales through her nose. I mean, politically, socially, you joke about everything. Ryan smiles politely. I think humor is how some of us cope with very heavy things. Joy interrupts or avoid them. There's a brief pause. Whoopi jumps in. All right, let's not start throwing punches yet. Ryan chuckles softly. No punches. Just conversational shadowboxing. Audience laughs again. Joy's lips tighten slightly. Whoopi pivots. Her watching American politics from the outside sometimes. Ryan nods from the outside but also very much inside. I live here. I pay taxes here. I panic here. That gets a good laugh. Joy leans back. But you comment online, you mock politicians, you do these sarcastic posts. Some people feel that celebrities like you don't really understand what regular people go through. Ryan looks at her carefully now. I think sarcasm online is my way of engaging without screaming. Joy cuts in. But isn't that the problem? You get to be clever while other people are scared. The audience murmurs. Sunny glances between them. Sia shifts in her chair. Ryan's smile fades just a little. I don't think fear and humor are opposites. Sometimes humor is how people survive fear. Joy raises her hand slightly. That sounds nice, but when you have money and influence, jokes can feel dismissive. Ryan nods slowly. That's fair, and I try to be mindful of that, but I also don't think seriousness without empathy helps either. Joy leans forward again. Empathy isn't sarcasm, Ryan. The audience goes quiet. You can almost hear someone cough. Ryan lets out a short breath and smiles again, but it's tighter now. No, it's not. But sarcasm isn't cruelty either. Whoopi steps in quickly. Okay, we're warming up early today. Ryan glances toward Whoopi gratefully. I did stretch. Joy looks at him. You always deflect, that's your thing. Deflection with a joke. Ryan turns fully toward her. Or maybe it's communication in a language I'm fluent in. Joy smirks. Not everyone speaks sarcasm. Ryan nods. That's true. But not everyone speaks outrage either. There's an audible reaction from the audience. Some gasp, some claps. Whoopi's eyes widen slightly. All right. Joy's eyebrows rise. So now I'm outraged. Ryan raises his hands a bit. No, I didn't say you. I said the tone of public discourse very loud. Joy crosses her arms. You benefit from that loudness. Ryan pauses. This time he doesn't joke immediately. I benefit from attention. Yes. But I also try to use it responsibly. Joy laughs once sharply, responsibly with gin commercials and superhero jokes. The audience reacts, mixed laughter and murmurs. Ryan smiles again, but it's noticeably thinner. Well, the gene pays for the diapers. Sunny laughs nervously. That's relatable. Joy waves her hand. Come on, Ryan, you're not struggling. Ryan nods. I never said I was. Joy presses. Then why pretend humor is some brave act? Ryan leans back thinking because for some people watching at home, laughing is the only break they get. Joy shakes her head. That sounds like a Hallmark card. Ryan looks straight at her now. Sometimes Hallmark cards exist because people need simple truths. The audience claps louder this time. Whoopi lets it happen for a beat, then, okay, we're going to take a breath. Joy doesn't smile. I just think there's a line between being funny and being flippant. Ryan nods. I agree, and I think everyone draws that line in a different place. Joy leans in, and yours is very convenient. The audience goes, oh, Ryan chuckles softly. Convenient lines usually move. Mine's moved a lot over the years. Joy tilts her head. Has it moved enough? I think the fact that we're arguing about it on live television suggests it has. Whoopi exiles. Lord Sarah jumps in. Ryan, do you ever feel pressure to always be on, to always be funny? Ryan relaxes a bit. Yes, and sometimes I say the wrong thing. Joy interjects like now. A ripple of laughter. Ryan smiles then shrugs. Possibly, but I'm still here. Whoopi nods slowly. And we're still talking. Ryan looks around the table. That's the goal, right? Talking even when it's uncomfortable. Joy looks at him for a long moment. As long as it's honest. Ryan nods. I'm trying to be. The audience applause grows again, uneven but real. Whoopi claps once. All right. We're going to pause right there and take a break because I can feel the temperature rising. Ryan laughs lightly. I knew I should have brought ice. Joy doesn't laugh this time. The tension hangs as the camera pulls back, the applause continuing, but with an edge that wasn't there when the segment began. The applause fades as the show comes back from commercial, and there's a noticeably different energy at the table. Whoopi adjusts her glasses, glancing briefly at the cards in front of her, then looks up with a measured smile. All right, we're back. Still here with Ryan Reynolds. The audience applauds again, but it's softer now, more cautious. Ryan gives a small wave high again. Nobody ran away during the break, so that's good. A few laughs ripple through the crowd. Joy doesn't react. She's leaning back in her chair, arms uncrossed now but posture stiff. Whoopi looks between them. Before the break, we were talking about humor, responsibility, and how people engage in public conversations. Joy, you looked like you wanted to jump back in. Joy nods immediately. I do, because this isn't just about jokes, it's about influence. She turns toward Ryan. You have millions of followers. When you make light of serious issues, people listen. Ryan nods slowly. I agree. Influence matters. Joy presses. Then why not use it more carefully? Ryan exhales. I try to, but careful doesn't always mean quiet. Sunny leans forward. But do you think sometimes sarcasm can drown out the message? Ryan looks at Sunny. Yes, absolutely. And I've learned that the hard way. Joy raises her eyebrows. Learned or ignored? The audience murmurs again. Ryan glances down for a split second, then back up. Learned, ignored would mean I don't think about it. I think about it constantly. Joy scoffs lightly, yet you keep doing it. Ryan smiles faintly, because stopping entirely would also feel dishonest. Whoopi interjects. Okay, let's slow it down a notch. Ryan nods. That's fair. Joy continues anyway. You say humor helps people cope. But sometimes people don't need jokes. They need seriousness. They need acknowledgement. Ryan leans forward slightly now, elbows near his knees. I don't disagree, but I also think humor can be acknowledgement. Joy shakes her head. Not when it sounds smug. A few audience members gasp. Ryan lets out a small laugh, more reflex than amusement. Smug is not the goal. Joy looks directly at him, but it's the result. The silence is heavier this time. Whoopi looks toward the audience, then back. All right? Ryan speaks before anyone else can. Can I say something without a punchline? Joy gestures with her hand. Please. Ryan straightens in his chair. I grew up watching comedians talk about things nobody else would. War, politics, and justice. They used humor not to minimize pain, but to make people look at it. Joy listens, expression unreadable. Ryan continues. I model myself after that. Sometimes I get it wrong. Sometimes people hear flippancy where I meant concern. Joy responds quickly. Intent doesn't erase impact. Ryan nods. No, it doesn't. But impact doesn't erase intent either. The audience reacts, half applause, half murmur. Sunny looks thoughtful. Soar nods slowly. Joy leans in again. Do you understand why people might feel talked down to? Ryan answers without hesitation. Yes, and that bothers me. Joy tilts her head. Enough to change. Ryan pauses. It's longer this time. Enough to listen. Change takes longer. Joy sigh audibly. That's a politician's answer. Ryan smiles, but there's no humor in his eyes. I promise you I'm not running for office. That gets a quick laugh from the crowd. Even Whoopi smiles. Joy doesn't. Whoopi steps in. Joy, what would you like to see from someone like Ryan? Joy thinks for a moment. Less irony, more clarity. Ryan nods. That's reasonable. Joy adds, and maybe fewer jokes at other people's expense. Ryan responds calmly. I try very hard to make myself the joke. Joy counters, but you still benefit from laughing while others are hurting. Ryan's jaw tightens slightly. I benefit from a system that isn't fair. I'm aware of that. Sunny interjects gently. Acknowledgement is important. Ryan looks at her. It is, and I don't take it lightly. Joy looks unconvinced. Then why does it always sound like you're winking at the audience? Ryan glances briefly toward the crowd. Because that's how I learned to survive being seen. That line lands differently. The audience quiets completely. Joy blinks. Survive. Ryan nods. Being watched, being judged, being misinterpreted. Humor was my shield long before it was my brand. Whoopi leans back. Now that I understand. Joy studies him. So this is about you. Ryan smiles sadly. Everything is eventually. A few audience members laugh softly. Joy doesn't smile, but her tone shifts slightly. Then maybe that's the problem. Ryan looks at her. Or maybe it's the starting point. There's a beat. Whoopi claps once. All right, this is turning into therapy. Ryan chuckles lightly. I charge by the hour. Joy finally lets out a small laugh, almost against her will. The audience notices and reacts with louder laughter and applause. Joy shakes her head. You see that? You diffuse everything. Ryan shrugs. It's a reflex. Joy sighs. I just worry people confuse calm with substance. Ryan answers quietly. I worry people confuse anger with audience reacts strongly to that. Applause. Some standing claps. Whoopi raises her hands. Okay. Joy looks out of the crowd, then back at Ryan. You really don't back down, do you? Ryan smiles gently. Neither do you. Joy nods once. Fair. Whoopi looks relieved. All right, when we come, we're going to talk about Ryan's new project and maybe something lighter before this table flips over. Ryan laughs. I appreciate that. Joyce smacks. Don't get too comfortable. The audience laughs as the music cues again, but the tension hasn't disappeared. It's just shifted sharper now, more personal, as the cameras fade to commercial once more. The music fades and the camera comes back up on the table. The applause is polite but steady, like the audience knows they are stepping back into something delicate. Whoopi leans forward, hands clasped. All right, we're back. She pauses deliberately. Let's try to land this plane without turbulence. Ryan smiles. I left my tray table up. A few laughs ripple through the crowd. Joy exhales and shakes her head slightly, but this time there's less edge in it. Whoopi turns to Ryan. You've got a new project coming out and it actually touches on some serious themes. Ryan nods. It does. Which is ironic given the conversation we're having. Joy jumps in. Is it though? Ryan looks at her. Maybe not. Sunny leans forward. What drew you to this project? Ryan answers carefully. It's about responsibility. About realizing that your actions ripple out further than you expect. Joy arches an eyebrow. That sounds familiar. The audience murmurs. Ryan nods.
Yay.
I hear it too. Whoopi chuckles quietly, life imitating the hot seat. Ryan laughs lightly, then grows serious again. I'm at a point where I can't pretend what I say doesn't matter, whether I'm joking or not. Joy looks at him closely. That's the first thing you've said today that I completely agree with. The audience reacts with a mix of laughter and applause. Ryan smiles. Progress. Joy continues. But here's where I struggle. You say you're aware. You say you're listening. But then you come on shows like this and you still lean on humor when challenged. Ryan doesn't answer immediately. He looks down then back up, because if I stopped joking entirely I'm not sure I'd say anything at all. Joy frowns slightly. Why? Ryan shrugs. Because seriousness feels like a promise I'm afraid to break. The table goes quiet. Even Whoopi doesn't jump in right away. Sunny speaks softly. You're afraid of being wrong. Ryan nods constantly. Joy tilts her head. Then why not just admit that instead of hiding behind sarcasm? Ryan smiles faintly. I think I just did. The audience applauds slower this time, more thoughtful. Joy looks at him then leans back in her chair. No, when I came into this business, we didn't hide as much. If we were angry, we were angry. Ryan nods. I respect that. Joy continues. Now everything's laid. Irony on top of irony. Ryan smiles. It's exhausting. Joy lets out a small laugh. It is. Whoopi points between them. Look at that agreement. Ryan chuckles. Mark the time. Joy looks back at him. But don't get it twisted. I still think you lean too hard on charm. Ryan nods. And I still think charm is sometimes the only way people stay at the table. Joy considers that. Or the way they avoid accountability. Ryan responds calmly. Or the way they earn the right to be heard. The audience reacts again, split vocal. Whoopi raises her hand. All right, audience, don't start voting. Ryan laughs. I lose those. Joy smirks. You'd be surprised. Whoopi turns serious again. Ryan, do you feel misunderstood right now? Ryan answers honestly. A little, but that's okay. Joy looks surprised. Why? Ryan shrugs. Because being misunderstood means people are actually listening. Joy blinks. That's an interesting way to look at it. Ryan nods. Silence scares me more. Joy exhales. Silence means people gave up. Ryan meets her gaze. Exactly. There's a long pause. The audience is completely quiet now. Joy breaks it. I came at you pretty hard. Ryan smiles gently. Joy sighs. It's because I've seen too many people with platforms treat everything like a punchline. Ryan nods. That's fair. Joy continues. And I didn't want you to sit here and skate. Ryan leans back. I respect that. Joy raises an eyebrow. Really? Ryan nods. Yay. Didn't let me off. He laughs. That's Joy. Ryan smiles. I've heard. Joy almost smiles and stops herself. Don't get smug. Ryan laughs. C reflects. The audience laughs with him. Joy shakes her head. You're impossible. Ryan shrugs. My wife agrees. That gets a big laugh. Even Joy lets out a short one before catching herself. Sunny jumps in. Do you think conversations like this actually change anything? Ryan thinks. They change me. Joy looks at him. That's not enough. Ryan nods. But it's a start. Joy presses. And what about the people watching? Ryan gestures toward the audience. I hope they see that disagreement doesn't mean disrespect. Joy nods slowly. That part won't agree with. Whoopi leans forward. That's the show, folks. Ryan smiles. Debate with coffee. Joy to an attitude. Ryan glances at her. Plenty of that. The audience laughs again, lighter now. The tension hasn't vanished, but it's softened, reshaped. Whoopi looks toward the camera. We've got one more break, and when we come back, we'll wrap this up. Ryan exhales quietly. Survived another round. Joy looks at him. Don't celebrate yet. Ryan smiles. Wouldn't dream of it. The audience applauds as the music swells again. This time louder, more unified, but with the sense that the real reckoning is still coming. When the cameras return one last time, the applause fades as the show returns for the final segment, and there's a noticeable shift in the room. The tension isn't gone, but it's settled into something heavier, more reflective. Whoopi looks straight into the camera for a beat before turning back to the table. All right, final stretch. Still here with Ryan Reynolds. The audience odds some louder than before. Ryan nods, offering a small wave. We made it. Joy exhales and leans back, then forward, again like she's made a decision. Before we wrap, I want to say something. Whoopi raises her eyebrows. Okay. Joy turns fully toward Ryan. I don't agree with you on a lot, and I still think you hide behind humor too much. Ryan nods calm. Fair. Joy continues. That you didn't dodge the conversation. The audience applause. A few cheers. Ryan looks genuinely surprised. Thank you. Joy holds up a finger. That's not an endorsement. Ryan smiles. I wouldn't expect one. Whoopi laughs. That's as warm as it gets around here. Sunny smiles softly. It actually is. Joy looks at Ryan again. Just don't confuse surviving a segment with winning an argument. Ryan nods. I don't think anyone won today. Joy pauses, then nods once. Good, there's a brief silence, not awkward, just honest. Whoopi breaks it. Ryan, when this airs, people are going to have opinions. Ryan chuckles. They already do. Whoopi presses. Does that bother you anymore? Ryan thinks less than it used to. More than I admit. Joy smirks. That's the most relatable thing you've said. Ryan smiles. Sunny adds, social media doesn't usually allow for nuance. Ryan shakes his head. No, it doesn't. Clips travel faster than context, and sarcasm travels fastest of all. Ryan nods, which is why I need to be better with it. The audience applauds again, softer but sustained. Whoopi looks satisfied. That's accountability, folks. Ryan laughs lightly. I'm writing it. Joy looks at him. You joke, but people will clip this. Ryan looks toward the camera now. I know. And if they clip it, I hope they clip the listening part too. There's a strong reaction from the crowd. Applause. A few people standing. Joy watches him closely, then gives a small nod. She doesn't try to hide. Whoopi leans back. Well, I didn't expect this to turn into group therapy, but here we are. Ryan smiles. Invoices in the May rolls her eyes. There it is. Ryan laughs, then grows serious again, but genuinely. Thank you for holding my feet to the fire. Joy raises an eyebrow. You're welcome. Don't get used to it. Ryan nods. Wouldn't dare. Whoopi looks to the camera. All right, we're almost out of time. The audience groans lightly. Whoopi continues. Ryan Reynolds, everybody. The applause is loud now, fuller than before. Ryan stands nodding but doesn't immediately turn away. He looks back at Joy, no hard feelings. Joy looks at him for a moment, then shrugs. Ask me after the show. The audience laughs loudly. Ryan grins, fair enough. As the camera pulls back slightly, Whoopi gives the rap signal. We'll be right back. The music swells and the screen fades, but what happens next travels fast. Within minutes of the show ending, clips start circulating online, short segments labeled Ryan Reynolds claps back, rack up views. Others titled Joy Behar calls out Ryan Reynolds trend just as quickly. Comment sections fill with arguments, praise, criticism, and long threads debating sarcasm, responsibility, and whether either of them crossed a line. Some viewers applaud Ryan for staying calm under pressure. Others side with Joy, saying she finally said what many people think about celebrity humor. A few clips show the moment Joy acknowledged his honesty, looping it with captions like unexpected respect. Another clip isolates Ryan saying impact doesn't erase intent, sparking heated debate. By evening, the topic is trending. Media blogs write think pieces about the exchange. Headlines frame it as a tense but thoughtful clash. Late-night shows joke about it. Commentators argue whether it was a roast, a reckoning, or just good television. Backstage, according to people close to the show, Ryan and Joy exchange a brief, quiet handshake. No cameras, no jokes, just a nod. Professional, real. Ryan posts later that night, not a joke, not a meme, just a short line thanking the host for a tough but honest conversation. Joy doesn't post, but she mentions the segment the next day on air, calling it messy but necessary. And the audience, they keep talking, sharing clips, picking sides, re-watching moments they missed live, because that's what happens when a conversation doesn't end cleanly, when it lingers. Now, we want to hear from you. Did Ryan handle the clash the right way, or was Joy right to call him out? Share your opinion in the comments and subscribe to Talk Show Prime for more real talk show